My name is Antoinette Vermooten. In 2008, I met His Majesty King Goodwill's Vellatini on a wine farm. And we had various discussions about poverty and the women in the rural areas. And I could see it's the passion of the King to help the women in rural areas and really to help with enterprise development and job creation in this country. The King asked me, my sister helped me to create jobs in South Africa. I didn't know where to start. At that stage, I worked on a wine farm and I thought, but let me develop a royal signature wine for the Zulu King. I asked the King, Your Majesty, what should I name the wine? And he said, my sister, you go and think. And after a weekend, I thought, but let me use the history and the culture that we have in South Africa, and got the permission from the King to name the wines Bayede. And the name Bayede stems from King Shaka, who shouted that salute 200 years ago to unite the nations. So the King asked me, but now we have a brand, but how are we going to create jobs? And I said, Your Majesty, we're going to have beadwork around every bottle of wine. And to date, we paid 1.6 million rands for the ladies in the rural areas who is doing the beadwork for our wine brand. So that is the story of a cup of tea that developed into a concept to do good and to create jobs, but also to establish the first royal brand for the African continent.
You will see on each bottle of Bayede there's a beaded work, and that beaded work that's on the bottle is actually inspired by job creation for women in the rural community. So with every bottle they sell, they also directly support a family in the rural community, and people at the Wine Ark just loves the Bayede wines.
It is of the utmost importance that the transformation should be pushed forward, that we really stand together and that we transform the industry from white dominance and to be more inclusive of women, small enterprises, and also to realize that it is a new South Africa. And the consumers that want to taste something different. They want to look at new brands, they want to experiment. And as a brand, Bayede offers something that the majority of the population can relate to. The brand speaks of 200 years of history. We have an official royal crest of the royal household, and we also have beadwork. So we take care of the poor and the needy. We focus on the women in the rural area. So this brand is giving back to people, is bringing hope, and portrays the history of South Africa, who we are, and we are proudly South African. We are so proud to be associated with the Wine Ark. The Wine Ark is world standard and world class. As an entity, Bayede will do its utmost best to promote it globally, internationally, and we welcome our importers, our clients to come and visit the Wine Ark. It's such a beautiful initiative of the government, of the transformation unit, and if it wasn't for this establishment, we would not have had such a beautiful venue to invite our guests and buyers to. It's beautiful, and to have the other black-owned wines surrounding us just make a big force for us.